Hi students, welcome back to part 2. We're going to pick up at 2.4.1 here, setting up the ball. Now it's time to move into the first dynamic object, the ball. From the player's perspective, controlling the ball is a simple thing. Click, drag, release, ball flies off. You played it, you saw how simple that looks. From the game designer's perspective, it is a bit more difficult to implement. Look at the logic chart here that explains the basic process that a designer would use to put together the conditions and actions. And we worked on logic charts during this unit, right? So you understand how the left button mouse is clicked and held down, create the ball at that location, draw a line from the mouse to the ball. When the mouse is released, apply an impulse to the ball. So this is the actual logic chart of each of the things that needs to happen with this. All right. So we're going to set up the ball conditions and actions here. We're going to add a left mouse button is down condition. Select mouse button press or touch held. Okay, so we're going to go to the events here, add a new event. Okay, and we can search for stuff. Mouse button pressed or touch held. Right? There we are. And button to check, primary mouse button. There. Okay. Touch or left mouse button is down, just like that. And we're going to create an object ball at the position here. And we want create an object here, and we want to create an OBJ ball at these positions here. Okay. Mouse X, and we want to do it like this, okay? 2 of those and a 0. Oh. Not a period. It's supposed to be a comma. There we go. Layer in number. And we go mouse Y. Layer number. And it's going to be on the base layer, so we don't need to mess with that. Okay? And so... See, got it just right. All right. And you can watch the events videos. These videos that they recommend are really, really good. I would suggest watching all of them in the beginner tutorial set here. All right. So the mouse X and mouse Y are functions, right? They're going to call a whole bunch of internal actions and conditions. This is when we use a function, it's a series of commands that are all in one name. So the mouse X will return the position of the mouse cursor, and we use these variables to determine where the position of the ball is on the screen. You can go in and see a bunch of different functions in here. And when you get into JavaScript or some of the other programming languages, functions are a core piece of what you're going to learn. So if you get into the mobile apps class next here, you'll get into functions. All right, so run the game now and hold the mouse button down to create the ball here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, it's creating dozens of balls and they're all falling off the screen. Okay, so we need to fix these issues. It's called multiple balls are creating. Why are extra balls being created? The condition operates. It's pressed and held down. The condition will trigger true to each frame of the game, and it's about 1/30th of a second in GDev. So when a frame is complete, it cycles 30 at a 30th of a second, and the cycle is called a game loop. And if you make a big game in JavaScript or C++ or one of the other languages, you'll start with a great big game loop. and stuff. It's kind of fun, but you know, we'll see who gets there. You don't need to remember too much about that as long as you make it work here. Okay, so we're going to add a condition here, and we're going to trigger once while true. Okay, trigger once while true. Okay, and then deleting the ball. The ball is falling due to the object being a dynamic object, so it will be turned into a static object temporarily, both before we delete and after we delete and create the new ball, in order to get it to delete and create correctly. Okay, so we're gonna set as static here. Okay, obj ball, dynamics here, set as static, and then repeat. We need two of these. We need two of these set as static. Okay, and then we need a delete ball as well. Okay. OBJ ball. Delete the object. It's under objects. There it is. Okay. Delete the object. Now we got to get them in this order here. We want one of these set as static, then delete, then create, and then set it as static again. And so that's the process that will allow it to get deleted correctly and get created correctly and just be there, so that we can add the force in the next video. Right? So we're gonna do that. Now don't forget to click save all the time. I'm doing it with a Command S, right? That's one you see project properly saved, but make sure you're saving often so you don't lose any of your good work, right? All right, see you in the next video for 2.5. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.